So
my testing check.
कैमरा రావడానికి అది వైర్లెస్ మైక్ కూడా తెచ్చింది
మ్యూజిక్ యూట్యూబ్ లో రాకూడదు
కాదు నేను నా కాపీరైట్
అదే
ఆఫ్
చేస్తారా ఇక్కడ ఆఫ్ చేసుకోవచ్చా ಅಣ್ಣ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಸೆಟಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟದು ಅಣ್ಣ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಸೆಟಪ್ చేసుకోండి
ಇప్పుడే
ಆ ಸುದ್ದ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕೇಬಲ್ದು ಅಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಬಿಸಿಲಿಗೆ ಹೀಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಆಫ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಹೀಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ
ఇది ఆడదాకా వస్తుందా
ఆడదాకా అది రాదు కానీ మీరు సెటప్ అక్కడే తెచ్చుకోండి ఎండ వస్తే మీకు ఎండ కాదు వర్షం పడితే కూడా ఇమ్మీడియట్ గా మీరు
చూసారా చూసారా ఒకసారి
ఛానల్
Ladies and gentlemen, with all respect to the captain, DJ from Team Kings, on the toss in the center back line. 𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗲 𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗵𝗆.
అది వస్తుంది బ్రో ప్రతిసారి అది వస్తుంది
ఛానల్ నేమ్ ఏంటి?
So it's a good start for the toss. Batting first, what's the opportunity and the big poster?
ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఒక్కొక్కరు ఫ్రెష్ అప్ అవుతారా చాలా
మనకి టైం లేదు నెక్స్ట్ మ్యాచ్ అప్పుడు టైం ఉంటాయా
నెక్స్ట్ మ్యాచ్ మీకు
Well, whichever over the best and see matches in period, because it definitely, would that have made a difference if you had won?
Yeah, back as well. It's good wicket to back. And if you're able to hit them around 120, is that not being easy to get competition?
Well, you played the games in this particular, you know the conditions of shot, basically. Those were you were well rounded.
See, anything less than 150 should be a good score to chase out. We have one side which is little less boundary lines, and the other side, and one side will be a boundary, the other side will be less boundary. Yeah, it's good turning. We have good spinners. Let's see.
The Bhutas are all ready well for this important game that will be coming up live in the next few minutes. Wishing them all the very best. See you in action soon. Bowling the second over is going to be Srinath, sharing the new ball with the 𝗃𝗲𝗃𝗃. It's a good start here for the Warriors. Great start here for Warriors, picking up a wicket of the very first over, just conceding 2 runs. Now Srinath with the ball. Pushed it gently towards covered region. Gonna take his time here. Not easy with the new ball, with the new pitch on a new day to get on with the shots that you would like to play. Got to assess the conditions. You've got to assess what the opponent is trying to do. Cut away nicely in the gap. Looking for runs here. The fielder trying to get that, but in vain. That goes away for a boundary. The first boundary. And that goes in the name of 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗃. What a good shot that was. Shot of good length. Width was offered. Just cut it away between the 2 fielders, and there was no stopping that one from going for a boundary. It's a counter attack from 𝗬𝗃𝗃. He's not going to hold back. He's that kind of a batter. Likes to take on the opposition here. The team would be hoping for a big score from 𝗬𝗃𝗃. Good comeback from Srinath. Just pitching and moving slightly away from the right-hander. His action makes it easier for him to get those outswingers going. Just releases at the point where his body moves away to the left. Pitched up delivery, and he smashed that towards the side screen. That is the first 6-run of the game here. What a shot from 𝗬𝗃𝗃. He didn't hold back there. Fuller length delivery. No mistake, no hesitation. What a shot that was. Straight as an arrow for a 6er. That was a daring shot there. Shot of a man in plenty of confidence here. Full delivery. The follow through was brilliant. Hit it straight as an arrow for a 6er. Converted that into Yorker. He'll steal a single though. Fielder had been off on his heels at that point of time, especially after that 6er. Not easy to cut off the single there when you're standing at the 30-yard. Now it's going to be Mayank who's going to be on strike here. Yet to see a flourishing shot from Mayank. It's going to take his time. He's going to take his time. It's an important game here. It's been an expensive over from Srinath. 11 runs of it. 1 ball to go. Gently pushed it towards the cover point region. Possibly of an overthrow, but 𝗬𝗃𝗃 says no. I would want to take the strike in the next over. So he denies a single. 2 overs completed. 11 runs coming off the second over.
And I'll be talking. Ronit, take one coffee, bro.
That's skied up in the air. Fielder coming underneath. Bowler calls for it and he takes it. That is a big wicket here. What a delivery from 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. Testing the pitch there, testing the batter with a short pitch delivery. 𝗬𝗃𝗃 was not going to hold back. Tried to pull that. Gets the top edge and a very good call and a very good catch by 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. He's making the difference in this game here. 2 wickets under his belt. Dragon Kings are 13 for 2. After the dismissal of 𝗬𝗰, who's looking good out there in the center, he's going to make way for the new batter, 𝗬𝗏, who's walking out to the center. Will be facing 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃. He's come back strongly here in this third over. He's bowled really well in the first one. He's continuing in a similar manner here, trying to trouble the batters. 𝗬𝗰's short innings looked very good with a boundary and a sixer.
Where is that guy? Live streaming guy. You need to check, is there an off or on button for the live streaming mic?
Because the stand won't be visible because it's black piece there. You know what it is.
Is it coming on live, the sound now? Bhavna, I just need to find out from him, is there a stop button or a mute button on this? Because this is continuous on live. Whatever I'm speaking, breathing is going to be on live. It's from that live streaming guy, so you need to check this. Yeah, that's what. A mute button or something if we have. Off button is there, if it switches off.
Well, here we go. 𝗬𝗏 is on strike now. 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃, what a spell of fast bowling here in the power play. Good delivery. Solid there, 𝗬𝗏. It's going to be interesting to see how the innings of Dragon Kings pans out in the power play here. They'd be hoping to get on to a 50 or 60 runs in the 6 overs, but after 2 big blows here, they would reassess and come back with a plan B. Down the leg side, timed it beautifully off his legs. That goes away for a boundary. That's a classy shot there from 𝗬𝗏. What a way to get off the mark as well. 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃 paying the price there, fuller length delivery on his legs, and he clipped it away for a boundary. What a shot from 𝗬𝗏. Nice delivery to get earlier on in his innings here, to get it off to a boundary. Back on the length again this time. Respected well from 𝗬𝗏. He knows he's got to wait for the loose deliveries here. Can't do anything out of the risk here, especially in the power play after losing 2 wickets here. But a good spell from 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃. No ball signaled by the umpire, overstepping, which means it's going to be a free hit delivery here. Where is 𝗬𝗏 looking to strike this one? Where is he looking to get the boundary or a sixer? The teammates are hoping for a big hit coming through in this free hit delivery. Oh, he struck that well. That is huge. That is out of here. Into the commentary box for a sixer. What a shot that was from Shreyas. He was down on one knee. It's a fuller length delivery. 𝗃𝗏𝗃 missing the Yorker length. Paid the price. Shreyas right into that shot and strikes it beautifully for a sixer. That is a brilliant shot from Shreyas, and everybody in the ground enjoying that shot there. Doesn't matter which team you support, but those kind of shots get you going with this game here. Wow, what a play here from Shreyas. Back on the good length region, he's guided that 2 is the call. Should be able to get 2 quite easily there. Very sensible batting from Shreyas. He looks calm, he looks composed, and he's playing a fine knock here so far. He quickly moves on to the double digits here. At the end of 3 overs, an expensive one for 𝘃𝗏𝗃𝗃 after picking up a wicket of the very first delivery. The score has moved on to 26 for 2 after the completion of 3 overs. Looks like it's going to be Srinath who will continue to bowl his second over, 4th of this innings here, and he'll be bowling to Mayank. At that point, he knew that there were 2 runs to the offering here. Oh, good delivery, beats the outside edge. He's persisting on that line, which is probably on the 6th stump, and hoping for the ball to come back into the left-hander. Man's got to be watchful of that delivery which comes back into him, which is generally an outswinger for the right-hander. But here, it's not the swing, it's the movement of the pitch is what you've got to be thinking about. But for the moment, it's a partnership which can go a long way here for the Kings if these 2 continue here. Drives beautifully, but finds the fielder at mid-off. They'll get a single. And that's a good-looking shot there. Good stride from Mayank. Gets a single and brings Shreyas back on strike here. "29 runs on the board in the 4th over. 3 deliveries remaining to complete this over. Looking at the scores of the previous games and the previous days, 170 to 190 would be a par score here. Good delivery. There was the single. Mayank was stuck on his heels there. He did not expect that. Sensible batting. Dropped it with soft hands there as he knew that the fielders were at the 30-yard mark. But it's a good comeback here from the Dragon Kings after losing 2 wickets. First, it was 𝗬𝗎 who got off to a very good start. Now, Shreyas, along with Mayank, stitching a partnership. Two is the call once again. The fielder at square leg coming across. Oh, hesitation there. What has happened here? Throw at the wrong end as well. Could this be a run out? Oh, drama here. They're not happy with that. Mayank is not happy with that. It was his call. Shreyas was watching the ball. Fielder made the mistake of throwing at the bowler's end, and there was a fumble there. Mayank gets a big opportunity here. He gets a relief here. I'm not sure there was loud calling there, but there was hesitation from Shreyas's end, and fortunately for the Kings, Mayank is safe. Sometimes as a batter, you've got to leave that out of the thought now. Come back to focus for the next delivery. Flashes at it, it's wide, signaled by the umpire. What Mayank's really got to do is focus again and continue playing the way he does. It's very important for both of them to build this partnership here. Bit uppish there, but on the bounce to the fielder at point. No run on that occasion. Has been a good over from Srinath here. And that brings us to the end of the over here. 4 overs completed. Score is 31 for 2.
Where's she gone? What's she doing there?
Looks like it's going to be 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃, or is there a change in the bowling? 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃 it is, who will continue to bowl. Shreyas picks him off for a single towards mid-wicket region. The captain, Captain Mati, pursuing with 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃 in search for another wicket here in the power play. Smart thinking. It's Mayank now, the southpaw on strike here. Good delivery, coming back just enough to trouble Mayank there. Getting it in the inner half of the bat and back on his body. Good length here from 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃, bowling it short of good length. This time solid in defense from Mayank. No ball signaled by the umpire. Overstepping once again. It's the second time 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃 has done that. The first time he did that, he paid the price by conceding a sixer of a free hit delivery. The crowd in anticipation of a big shot here from Mayank. It's a free hit delivery. For the first time, Mayank gets an opportunity to free his arms. Where is he going to deposit this? Yes, the crowd are hoping for a boundary or a sixer. They want to hear the words, Mayank goes out of the ground. He's top edge that, and he's not looking for the single as well. He knows it's a free hit. Shreyas was smart enough to understand not to risk for the single. 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃 is down here. Probably cramps. Hope nothing too serious here. We're going to take a short break here. The score is 33 for 2 in the 5th over. Mayank and Shreyas. It's a good little partnership here. 20 runs partnership going strong here. Naveen will finish off 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃's over. 3 deliveries remaining here. Full toss, drives it, but there's a fielder that will be able to cut that off to just a single. Wasn't able to put that away there, Mayank. Didn't commit 100% into that shot, just punched it towards the fielder at deep cover point. Seems like the plan is clear. Mayank is going to anchor the innings here. He's batting on 5 of 11 deliveries. Shreyas 14 of 9. Gets the outside edge, but straight to the fielder, who's standing at the 30-yard mark, so it goes on the bounce to him. Not a catching position there. Interesting field set for Naveen. Got the 3 fielders in there. Shot third, shot backward point. Good delivery from Naveen. Very, very good delivery. And it's at the end of the over. Yes, it is. That brings us to the end of the over. Dragon Kings, after the completion of 5 overs, are 34 for 2.
Good for awards, no?
Gets the outside edge, will run down to the fielder at wide third man. Mayank is looking to play the cover drive, gets the thick outside edge. Gets a single, brings back Shreyas on strike. It's the last over of power play. And Srinath, the bowler, bowling his third over. He's had a pretty good second over. That's the reason why his captain has trusted in him to bowl the third over as well. Squeeze that out. It's a good delivery from Srinath. Good delivery from Srinath. Bowling it fuller, bowling it in the block hole, not allowing him to get underneath it. Good slow delivery, rolled his fingers on that one. Shreyas read that very early, just held back and just dropped the ball with soft hands. He understands the game, they both understand the situation of the game here. It's not always going to be boundaries and sixes. You've got to get those singles and twos as well. That's how you're going to compile and get a big total on board. Most importantly, getting the momentum. Another slow delivery. Notice that the Shreyas was taking 1 or 2 steps ahead of him. Again, another delivery, rolled his fingers across. All Shreyas could do was just block it and not try to smash that one. Oh, this time he goes short of good length, gets that spongy bounce there. That's the reason why Shreyas backed off from that shot. He wanted to play the cut shot. And because of that spongy bounce, when it slowed down, Shreyas had to pull away and withdraw from the shot there. Picked it off his legs once again. Just going to be a single. It's been a very good over from Srinath here. Remember, it's the end of power play here. And that brings us to the end of the power play. 6 overs completed. Dragon Kings are going 6 runs and over, which means they are 36 for 2 after the completion of 6 overs.
This is live scoring. Pata nahi kahan. Oh, I think the umpire is doing leg umpire live scoring.
You are getting update. I'm not getting update.
Maybe just the network.
Hero something
Yeah,
else.
Crick Heroes. Maybe just the network there might be weaker or something like that. Because there's no other explanation to that.
This only.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this, yes.
Because once you said Mayank had taken a single, it was not showing.
Okay. I think it's just a refresh rate. Well, it's going to be Naveen who's going to be back into bowling his official over. Previously, he bowled the 3 remaining deliveries of the over of 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃. He bowled those 3 deliveries very well. Drives beautifully, a strong drive there, but straight to the fielder at long off. Only going to be a single. They've lost a little bit of a momentum here, which is all right. Got to reassess who the new bowlers are and the spread out field as well. It's important they pick off the runs as well as the field is spread. Pushes it for a single. Rotating strike here, Mayank. Slowly but surely he's getting those singles going on here. Shreyas, the aggressor, back on strike. Now what is he going to do? How is he going to pan out the innings after the power play? Well, the field is spread out. 4 fielders inside, point cover, shot fine and mid-wicket region. What a cracking shot that is. Unfortunately, straight to the fielder at deep point. But a cracking shot that was. He's timing the ball beautifully. That's good news for the batting team and Shreyas. Every shot that he's attempted to hit is come out of the middle of the bat. Signs of a man in prime form here, Shreyas. Ooh. Very good delivery. Tipped on Mayank on that occasion. For a moment, Mayank thought it's going to be a full toss. In the end, it dipped and turned into your Yorker. First aggressive shot there. It's not going to reach the fielder. They should be looking for 2 runs, but they decided against it. Mayank once again not fully committing to the shot there. Half-hearted shot, gets it off the bottom of the bat. And that's the reason why it just managed to clear the 30-yard, but not the boundary. Just a single on that occasion. Punched of the back foot. We'll get a single once again. So one thing they've done well in this over is getting the singles off. 4 singles of the over so far. In fact, 5 singles of the over to complete the innings. In fact, complete the over. Just waiting for the scores to be refreshed here to announce the scores. Here you go. Finally refreshed. 7 overs gone. Dragon Kings are 41 for 2. 5 runs coming off that over of Naveen. It's going to be interesting to see who Mati is going to hand over the ball to bowl this 8th over. Mate. Possibility of some quick runs as well. Wide once again. He's got the pace. We can see that in the first 2 deliveries that he's bowled. I tell you, he's not warmed up yet, so he can crank up the speed. Goes down, and Mayank's innings comes to an end as he manages to sky up in the air and
give away his wicket here.
Extension.
51 for 3.
Who's the batsman?
टॉयलेट इसमें वाईफाई है क्या? तेरा फोन किधर है? हाँ तो कनेक्ट होगा ना उधर से.
Sh, the new batter who's walked out of the centre in the 9th over. Guys, that one past the fielder at point. 2 is the call. Are they pushing for it? Yes, they are pushing and testing. Good running between the wickets and a great response from Shreyas as well. And a very good understanding for the second run there. One call and they made it quite easily. 53 for 3 in the 9th over. In fact, completion of the 9th over.
Redson holder.
Wickets by these two. So it's a very good drive down the ground from Shreyas, and Sailesh was ready for the second run, completes it quite comfortably. Punches of the back foot, the 2 is the call once again, this time hesitation, but a good call there, strong call from Shreyas. Said no for the risky second run as the fielder picked up the ball even before they completed the first run. It's a smart call there. 56 for 3. Suddenly you can see it, there's a bit of a hurry here after Sailesh has arrived. Drives, will it pass the fielder? No. Good piece of fielding at covers there. Had to get down quickly. Drives once again. Captain gets his foot on the way. Blocks that from going past him. Just going to be a single on that occasion. As you can see, he had to get down quickly there, got his foot behind the ball. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 bowling with good speed here. That's a good shot. Fielder coming across is only going to be a single. No timing on that one. That's the reason why there was no power behind it. No, just ended up being a single there. It was right in the slot though. Last ball of the over, 59 on the board. Squeeze that out. Beautiful piece of timing there. Raced away to the fielder at a deep point there. There's no chance of the second run as it went up very quickly to the fielder. That brings us to the halfway stage here. 10 overs completed. Dragon Kings are 60 for 3. Bowled it slightly loopy there. Batsman playing it on the back foot, or rather on the crease without any foot movement, gets beaten. Tries to sweep that, and that is a breakthrough. Fuller lane delivery, tried to play across there, was looking for a half sweep shot there. And a loud appeal from Sanjay Dwivedi. Immediately, the finger raised by the umpire. Wicket number 4 goes down for Dragon Kings here. Sanjay strikes in his very first over. Back into the dugout, and the new batsman replacing him is Anshul Jain.
Mariam is bored. Mariam is bored.
Driven down the ground. Interesting field set here. Got long off in place, and deep extra cover as well. There are 3 fielders on the offside saving a single. Backward point, and covers. Interesting field set here by Sanjay. Shreyas on strike. Full delivery, drives it straight to the fielder at covers. Blocked that one, good piece of fielding. Put his body behind that and blocks that. It's a daring delivery from Sanjay, a flighted delivery, especially after picking up a wicket of the previous deliveries. Now looking to get the big one. He's not afraid to flight the delivery. Looks like he's hurt himself there. The physio runs in to the field to check on that. It's a good, powerful drive from Shreyas on that occasion.
Anshul played the first ball, no? He took the single, no? First ball. It's not been updated.
Give me pen and paper. I'll take the. Abey. पेपर को 2 फाड़ो मैं वेस्ट
Where are
करो
these caps?
2 है ना
Yeah, I'm wondering why are you there?
Back to the game here. Fielder comes off the field. Probably just going to get checked into that one and join back in a few overs. Sanjay to continue. Steps down the track, pushes it, but great fielding. Very good fielding. Brilliant work from Sanjay. Good delivery, which was driven down the ground. Shreyas thinking it's going to pass the fielder, but he does brilliant job there. Great piece of fielding and a great return throw as well, but unfortunately for him, Shreyas made it just in time.
Third umpire hai kya bro? They are reviewing this one. But there's no review, no? No, it shows 11 overs completed. Bowler still bowling. No.
That's the end of over number 11. Dragon Kings are 62 for 4. Last 9 overs remaining in this innings here. Shreyas and Anshul Jain are out there in the center. The first milestone they would want to get onto is get to 100 runs and then reassess the game after that. But for the moment, the next 4 to 5 overs are going to be very crucial for this game here. He's got underneath it and scooped it. Hasn't got the power timing on that one. Just managed to evade Sanjay at short fine. They get 2 runs there. A loosener from the new bowler.
Bowler name?
Skied up in the air. Bowler calls for it and he takes it. That is the wicket here. That's skied up. Bowler tries to go for it and he gets a hand on it but couldn't manage to hold on to that one. DJ looking for another expensive shot there. Skied it up in the air, but a great effort by the bowler. He made the catch look easy when he reached there, but he couldn't manage to hold on to that one. 69 for 6. Pushes it towards the short mid wicket. They get a single there.
It's not been updating, bro. It is. Score, look the score. Showing 13 overs complete. 3 balls have been completed.
Dot ball there.
See, nothing's been updated on this.
Yeah, this is taking some time. These two are.
See, this over completed.
And we're waiting for the scores to be refreshed here as looks like it's the end of the over. 14 overs completed. We wait for the scores to be updated. But looks like it's going to be Sanjay Dwivedi who's going to be bowling. 78 runs on the board. 78 for 6 after the completion of 14 overs. Swapnil completed his over. Now it's back to Sanjay Dwivedi, who's picked up 2 wickets and a very good economy here. He's just conceded 5 runs in his 2 overs. Shreyas anchoring the innings here. Full delivery, drives it down the ground, fielder there. Gets it cleanly. They're coming back for the second run and making it quite comfortably. Very good running between the wickets by DJ. Shreyas had hit the ball really hard, timed it very well, but it was DJ who had to come back to the danger end and he made it comfortably.
No, it's supposed to be every ball.
That's how the issue है.
He is the one. लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग का स्कोर अपडेट नहीं हो रहा स्क्रीन पे. बॉल हो गया उसका अपडेट नहीं आ रहा है. लास्ट ओवर में 4 बॉल के बाद भी अपडेट नहीं था. इसमें आ रहा है.
That is a very good strike. That is the strike that gets them a boundary. Flighted delivery. The line was just down middle and leg. He took the risk, went down on the knee and struck it beautifully for a boundary. What a shot that was from Shreyas. We all know that he can strike the ball big, but when he got a loose delivery, he converted that one towards the vacant region, towards mid-wicket for a boundary. A good shot from Shreyas. This time, try to play that gently. Misses it completely. 84 on the board now. Sanjay Dwivedi bowling his third over. He's done a brilliant job for his skipper. Was brought in at a time where the partnership was flourishing. Got the breakthrough. Got another one as well. This time again, doesn't get the timing well. Are they going to come back for the second? Yes, DJ is pushing for the second run and makes it in time here. Very good running between the wickets by these two. It was another flighted delivery. Shreyas got down under the knee and tried to smash that. Gets it off the bottom of the bat. But DJ was alert enough to push for the single and come back for the second run as well. Drives it past the bowler, and that is his half century. A very, very important knock in this game here. Shreyas completing a half century. He started the innings off very well with a boundary and a sixer, and now continues to carry this game forward on his shoulders. What a responsible knock. Shreyas completing his half century of just 44 deliveries. DJ walking across, there's an appeal there. There was a jump and an appeal there as well from Sanjay. But umpire doesn't seem to be interested in that one. That brings us to the end of 15th over. 87 for 6. Have to hurry up. Smart batting here. Didn't try to overhit it, just pushed it in the vacant region. It's a long boundary out there, 70 meters on the leg side from this end. Not easy to get the boundaries and sixes at that end. The leggy. A Again down the ground and coming back for the second with that fumble. Good running between the wickets. There's one thing Deepak is doing very well, is converting those singles into twos. There's a lot which will be spoken about later, is that this partnership, how did they get the runs? It's mostly because of the running by Deepak there. Shreyas, as we know, is striking the ball well. He's getting the gaps. That's the reason why they're slowly but surely getting the runs up on the board. Accelerating towards the deep end of this innings here. 91 for 6 in the 16th over. Good delivery. Oh, a bit of a push there. Deepak was looking for the single, a premeditated attempt for a single. Step down the track and what a work there by the keeper. That ball turned sharply and he was blinded momentarily by the batsman in front of him, but he's done a brilliant job to stump a man in form. Shreyas is dismissed by the leggy, but it's mostly the wicket of the wicket-keeper who's done a brilliant job to dismiss Shreyas here, but not before Shreyas has played a wonderful knock in this game here. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for... See the back of Shreyas back in the dugout here. He was batting beautifully, and just when he was accelerating and this partnership between DJ was moving up, they've got the wicket here. As you can see the replay once again, he stepped down the track, not to the pitch of the ball. Keeper does brilliant with his right hand, grabs that and was quick in a flash to take the bails off. And that is a big, big wicket here. Shreyas can't believe it, but he's done his job here. 91 for 6. Suhas, the leggy, comes in at an important phase of the game. Oh, he gets turned, he gets bounced, he troubles the batter. Not easy, especially when you walk into the center and face a very good leg spinner. Another good delivery. Batsman unsure of where it's turning and how far it's turning, but somehow manages to drop the bat down, and they're coming back for the second run. Suhas, not being alert, was standing in front of the wicket rather than behind to try and attempt the run out. But doesn't matter. 2 runs to complete the over. 16 overs gone. Dragon Kings are 93 for 7.
Blow, please apply blow. That's not a Tell me. Show me. Give me the thing. Let me take a photo. I'll create my AI poster.
Amrit, the new bowler. Good delivery this time, just away from the 5th stump. Batsman decides to leave that alone in anticipation of a wide double going to be given. Strikes it well, strikes it really hard. There's a fielder coming around it, stops it. But has that gone past the boundary? Yes, it has. It has been signaled a boundary. That was struck really well from 𝗵𝗺𝗃. Fuller length delivery. Hit it hard, straight over the top of the bowler. And the fielder got to it, but could not manage to stop that from going past the boundary. A timely boundary here for the batting team. The Kings would have enjoyed that one. Strikes again, down the ground. They lose the wicket here in search of a second run. He gets run out, which wasn't needed. He was striking the ball really well. Hesitation and losing an important wicket for somebody who was striking the ball really well is going to hurt them. 99 for 8 now with one ball remaining to complete the 17th over. Oh, where is he going? Where is he going? That is suicidal. His partner was not interested in that single at all. A suicidal run out. They're having a discussion, but they should have had that discussion early. That's the 9th wicket which goes down. A suicidal run out and losing their momentum, losing the way in this innings here. As we move on to the last wicket. Last batter, Rizzu, who's walking out to the center to make his way there. DJ unhappy with that. Very risky run. In fact, there was no run there, resulting in another run out. 2 run outs here in the last 2 deliveries. Definitely hurting them in a big way here. Last batsman walking out of the center is one. To continue, pull that away in the gap, and will that race away the boundary? Yes, it beats the fielder. A valiant effort there in the deep, but he's found the gap there and gets a boundary, and with that boundary, 100 up on the board as well for the Kings. Srinath Reddy, very quick onto that one and played it in the gap for a boundary, much needed boundary. Can he get a few more of those? Suhas is the new bowler. Solidly blocked there. Flighted delivery, but very fuller in length. That's the reason why Sridhar just had to block it. It's not possible for him to get underneath it or get it on the full. got to be careful here. He's got to choose the balls here. This one, he goes high. No connection. Fielder coming underneath it will get it on the bounce. Get a single though. Suhas giving the ball a bit of air here and asking Srinath to go for the big hit, attempt the big shot. That's what he did. But he was fortunate that it does not go to hand. Dragons are 104 for 9. 18th over going on here. Rizwan the batter. Short delivery, played in the air, misfield. Are they going to push for the second? Srinath is going to say yes or no. Yes, he's going for it. Rizwan, very, very quick there in order to complete the second run. Confident running, no hesitation running between the wickets by these two batters and getting those two valuable runs in the last part of the innings here. Pushes it in the gap. 2 is the call once again. He straight away raises his hand and says, no, I'm not interested in the second run. Good batting from Rizwan and Srinath here. They're getting those runs in the end which could be valuable. Polite appeal there, but the umpire says it's way down the leg side. And that brings us to the end of over number 18. Dragon Kings are 107 for 9. Srinath and Rizwan out there in the center, the last pair who will be facing the last 2 overs.
Rahanit. You remember that guy? Maidam kahan hai? Bhavana Maidam.
Quick delivery, solid in defense there. With 11 deliveries remaining in this innings here, Rizwan and Srinath, can they get a runner ball? The runner ball will get them to 118. Goes at it hard, misses it. Keeper misses it as well. They'll get the bye, signaled by the umpire. Every run added here is very, very valuable here for the batting team. They've got to be alert. They've got to be trying to get every single run added to the total here from here on. 10 deliveries remaining. Punches it down the ground, past the fielder at extra cover. They're going to push for the second. Yes, Rizwan is going to go for it. A bit of a fumble again at long off allows them to come back for an easy 2 runs. The dugout, members in the dugout of Team Kings are cheering for every single run taken. And they're enjoying every time they take 2 runs at a boundary. Short delivery, gets it on the rib cage. Keeper was quick enough to get onto that ball and prevent the single. 110 on the board here. This time he gets it in the inner half of the bat, a bit of a fumble. Are they going to come back for the second? Yes, they're pushing for it. Throw at the bowler's end and they make it comfortably once again. Very, very good running between the wickets here by these two. Members in the dugout of Team Kings are delighted how they are converting the singles into 2s. Guided that towards the short point. Another misfield. Are they going to push back for the second? Yes, they come back for the second. Throw at the keeper's end. But a wild throw allows them to complete the second run. Wow. This is really good running between the wickets. This is a great partnership in the end here. DJ would be happy with his last pair who's batting out there in the center. It brings us to the end of 19 overs. The score has moved on to 114 for 9. Last over, the last 6 deliveries. Can they make it count? How many can they get in this over? If they can get 5 runs at least, that will give a target of 120. Drives down the ground. Not going to get the second this time. As the pad on his left leg turns and makes it difficult for him to run the run. Last 5 deliveries remaining. Srinath on strike. Now what is he going to do? Where can he deposit that? The dugout would be hoping for a big hit. Lot of vacant area towards the onside. Goes at it hard, gets the inner half of the bat. Are they going to push for the second? No, this time no. It's a very good call from Rizwan. He knew there was danger in the second run straight away. Raised his hand and said, no, I'm not going to risk it. Final 4 deliveries remaining of this innings here. Steps down the track, hits it to the fielder. Another misfield. What's going on here? The captain is wondering. A couple of runs. These last few moments of the innings can change the course of the game, can change the momentum of the game as well. How far has that gone? No, he's not timed it. Only going to be a single this time. He tried to go past the bowler, but dragged it towards the onside, getting it in the inner half of the bat. Leaves that alone, that's a wide. Every run being cheered by the Kings. That is connected well. How far has that gone? Fielder setting himself up there and he takes the catch. For a moment, Srinath thought he's timed it well. He's going to clear it. But the fielder at long off had other plans there. Takes a sharp catch. And Sanjay Dwivedi picks up his 3rd wicket to wrap up this innings here. They managed to post 120 runs in 19.5 overs. And that brings us to the end of this innings here. The chase when we come back for Dragon Warriors is going to be 121 to win.
Live में चलेगा. No power. Try to do only live. Suhas and Sanjay Dwivedi are the openers. They will be facing the fast bowler 𝗵𝗏 𝗃𝗏 with the new ball from the pavilion end. The innings is about to get underway here. Check live. Punched on the rise. Straight to the fielder. No run there. It's a good start from 𝗵𝗏 𝗃𝗏. Right on the money of the very first delivery. It's interesting to see that with the new ball, there's no slip in place. They're looking to defend a small total. But they've got to be ensuring that they keep things under check. Gets the extra bounce, cut away. There's a fielder at third man who'll cut that off. Only going to be a single. Remember, it's not a big total that they're looking to chase down here. 121 is what they're looking to chase down. First runs on the board here. Suhas gets off the mark. Good delivery. Hurried up onto the batter. Gets it on the gloves there. He's off the mark with the single as well. Both the batters are off the mark. Suhas and Sanjay. Throws the kitchen sink at that one. Wide signal by the umpire. 𝗵𝗏 𝗃𝗏 getting some good pace here, bending his back as well. Getting that extra purchase of the wicket in order to in search of wicket here. Ooh, he tries to go for the bull shot. A good short pitch delivery. Didn't rise up as expected by the batter. Plays above the ball. Misses it and a dot ball here. Kings got off to a good start as well. So Dragon Warriors would be hoping to get off to a good start in the power play. Fuller lane delivery, drives it back to the bowler, onto the stumps in fact. No run. Just managed to squeeze that out. There was no timing in that one, but could have got a single if he would have passed the stumps.
This time he connects, he gets it into the gap, and that will race away for a boundary. The first boundary here for the Warriors. Short pitch delivery, got into great position, and he pulled that in front of square for a boundary. That brings us to the end of the over. 1 over completed. Dragon Warriors are 7 without loss. A couple of occasions in this over, 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃 bouncing it to the bowler, to the batter. And this time the batsman was up for it and connects it and places it beautifully for a boundary. Good shot there. Clears his left leg on that occasion, tries to smash that, doesn't get the timing. But the intent is very clear here. He's not going to hold back. It's a new bowler who's been introduced into the attack. It's Rizwan. Will be aiming the stumps, I'll tell you that. Punch to the back foot in the gap, but don't bother running for that one, as that has been timed beautifully in the gap for a boundary. That is a very good shot from Suhas. Marginally shot there, and he got into a great position, made room for himself, and hit that between the two fielders for a boundary. It's a very good shot here.
It has to be updated on Cricket Heroes.
This time Rizwan tries to follow. Sanjay moves away from that delivery. It's been called a wide by the umpire. Just a reminder to the scorer, it's Sanjay on strike, not Suhas. Doesn't connect well, but he'll go for the single. Good intent once again from Sanjay. He was looking to make room and smash that over the fielders at cover or cover point. Doesn't get it in the middle of the bat, but still manages to get a single. So the intentions are very clear here from both the batters. Played it off his hips. They'll get a single. Very good fielding at square leg region. He's done well there. Had to get down very quickly. It's much better delivery from Rizwan here. Bowled it on the length, which was all right, but just the line can be better. 13 on the board. Suhas and Sanjay getting into the act here, getting into this chase. Full delivery, tried to smash that once again, tried to hit it too hard, doesn't get it off the middle of the bat. It gets a single. But one thing it does is makes the bowler wonder where to bowl and what the plan would be when the two batters are looking to go aggressive. On to the legs, he gets a little bit of pad on it. Not sure if there's any bat involved. We'll wait for the umpire signal. Yes, he says leg buys, and 4 of them comes down into the extras column here. But it doesn't matter as long as the runs are piling up on the scoreboard here for Dragon Warriors. It's a loose delivery from Rizwan, spraying it on the leg side and gets a little bit of pad on that one. And gets the 4 leg buys, and that brings us to the end of the over. 2 overs gone. It's a good start here. 19 runs on the board. Prithvi will continue to bowl. He's going to be bowling his second over, third of this innings. Good length delivery. Try to cut that. Doesn't get any bad on that one. Again, drifting down the leg side, a little bit of a nudge here, and they'll come back for the second run. Leg by signal once again, which clearly shows that the bowling team is trying too hard here and drifting it down the leg side, giving away some easy runs here. And looks like there's going to be a first change in the field here. Change of strategy here. Fielder at mid-on goes down to long gone now. And third man comes in. It's a strategic change of field here. Slow delivery, disguised very well. Good bowling from Prithviraj Chauhan. As soon as he sent the fielder to the boundary, we knew something's going to change here. It's a good off-cutter, foxed Sanjay on that occasion. Oh, good bounce there, bending his back. Look at the follow through. That says it all. It's a good delivery. Got that extra bounce. That's what he's going to be aiming to do here. There's going to be a clear plan here. What are they going to do against batters who are going after the bowlers or looking to go after the bowlers? It's not your traditional batters who are looking to drive and punch. It's the batters who are looking for power shots here early in the innings here. Another slow delivery, gets the bottom edge. There's no fielder at fine leg, so third man has to go do the work. But I don't think he'll be able to get to that one as that races away for a boundary as well. A welcome boundary here for the batting team. The Warriors are cheering for every run they're getting here. And Sanjay 𝗿𝗏𝗏 on that occasion, stepping down the track, doesn't get it off the middle of the bat, but just gets enough and in the right place to get the boundary. It's a lot of thinking and conversations going on here from the fielding unit. Prithviraj Chauhan needs to understand what length is he going to attempt here with the fielder at long gone. No fielder at fine leg. He's got the 2 fielders in the deep, one deep point and the other at long gone. So he's got to try and stick to the line that he needs to bowl according to his field set. Hurried on to the batter on that occasion. Much better length on that occasion. And we're waiting for the score update, but seems like that's the end of the over. 3 overs completed. 25 runs on the board, 25 without loss after the completion of 3 overs, and seems like there might be change in strategy here. There might be change in bowling as well. We might see spin introduced early in these innings here, as the keeper calls in for a helmet. The current run rate has been a good one, 8.33 runs per over. The required comes down to 5.65, which means 96 runs needed of 102 deliveries. Don't have to bother much about the run rate here. It's not a big total. It's the partnership and how you get the runs here. Rizwan will continue. Pull that majestically. Pull that in an area where there's no fielder. That is a strong shot for a boundary. Beautifully executed from Suhas. Short pitch delivery from Rizwan. Didn't rise up enough to trouble the batter. In return, Suhas gets into a very good position. Pulls that in front of square for a majestic boundary. What a start here. What a start here for the Warriors. They're off to a very good start here in the power play. Suhas and Sanjay Dwivedi getting this partnership going on, which could be a game changer. The dugout of Warriors seems to be relaxed now with the kind of start that they've got. Full delivery, plays it back to the bowler. Rizwan gets a hand on it, blocks it. Not quite sure if he timed it well enough, but seemed like it raced off the bat. And suddenly it seems that the pitch has gotten better for batting here. That's high up in the air. There's nobody out there. Keeper running after it. Will not get onto that one. They will get 2 runs. They can push for the 3rd run. They are pushing for it. Very good running between the wickets here.
Thanks, boss.
Valuable 3 runs here. That was high up in the air. The keeper called for it, but he was far, far away from the ball on that occasion. And they managed to get 3 runs courtesy. Very good running between the wickets by these two, especially Sanjay Dwivedi calling for the 3rd run and completing at the danger end there. Now what is he going to do, Sanjay Dwivedi? Doesn't get the timing, will only get a single. The score moves on to 30 now. 30 without loss. Onto the pads, loud appeal, but clearly drifting down the leg side. Optimistic appeal on that occasion. Umpire straight away signaling it that it was going down the leg side, so no danger for the batter. Rizwan's got to be careful here. He's bowled too many deliveries on the middle and leg stump. He's got protection on the offside. He's lofted that over the fielder and mid-off, and that will race away for a boundary. A top quality shot there from Suhas. We waited on it, on the rise, just punched it over the fielder at mid-off and gets a boundary for himself. A very, very good shot there. Got into a great position, head was still, and the follow-through was brilliant. A beautiful strike there for a boundary. A stylish shot there to finish off the over. That brings us to the end of the over. 4 overs completed. Score moving on to 37 without loss. 84 runs needed of 96 deliveries now. Spin introduced into the attack here. The off spinner comes in. Srinath Reddy into the attack here. It's a clear strategy to try and get the batsman to play the false shot here. The two batters had gotten used to the pace of this wicket here, had gotten used to the pace bowlers who were bowling at them. It's a good move from TJ, getting the spinner into the attack. Srinath Reddy, an off spinner. Oh, he's picked up the wicket. That is the reason why he's been brought into the attack. And Srinath Reddy cleans him up here. A big wicket, a breakthrough when it was needed. Batsman misses and the bowler strikes. Wicket number 1 goes down for the Warriors, and a celebration moment here for the Kings as Srinath Reddy picks up his first wicket.
मीडियम पेसर है क्या? ऑफ कटर लग रहा था इसे.
A good knock here, a good innings that comes to an end here. He's played his cameo as the first wicket goes down. He's done the damage here for the opposition. New batter walks in and straight away plays a good shot and a very good piece of fielding. Picked it up off his left hand there, the fielder in the deep. 2 runs added to the total here.
Batsman name?
The skipper, Matan, who's walked out to the center straight away, showing the intent here. They're not going to hold up. They're not going to take those dot balls. They want to get the innings going on. Drives, but straight to the fielder at short cover. The skipper, DJ, the fielder at short cover, blocks that from going away past him. Turn that around towards short fine leg. They'll get the quick single. No risk in that one. Mate, who's walked out to the center, shown a bit of hurry here. He's shown that intent that they're not going to back down here. They're going to continue in that same momentum that they were going on. And that brings us to the end of over number 5. The score is 40 for 1.
Returns in lakhs. Mariam, this is going to rain. It's going to rain. Your experience.
Spend this one just from day to day.
Today? On what?
Seems like there's going to be a change in bowling. It's going to be Shreyas, the half-centurion of the first innings, is now getting his chance with the ball, hoping to get a breakthrough here for his skipper. Another fast bowler, interesting field placing here. Let's see how he turns up to this bowling party here. Ooh, beats the outside edge. Went for the expensive drive there. Just didn't get to the line of the ball. Played it away from the body. It's a very good start here. 40 for 1. They would take that happily. 81 runs needed. Of 89 deliveries. This time he connects well, but straight to the hands of the fielder. That's a powerful strike.
Hello? Hi, good morning. How are you? Match is going on. No rain at all.
Bowling it in the block hole here, asking the batsman to take the risk. At the moment he's bowling according to his field here, which is a good thing for the captain. Squatted that towards the onside, doesn't get the timing, should get a single, will get a single. Tries to hit it hard, loses his shape there. That's the reason why I didn't get the timing or the placement on that one. Lost his shape in the last second when he was executing the shot there. Nonetheless, single to finish off the power play. That's the end of 6 overs. Score is 43 for 1 after the completion of 6 overs. Srinath ready to continue. Slashes hard, straight on the hands. He slashes that hard. Wanted to hit that more towards the extra cover region, but finds the fielder at point region, and 𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗃 there was looking to play the big shot. This is result of the previous over where he was frustrated but not getting those big hits going. And Srinath comes in and picks up his second wicket here. That is a big blow. That is something for the Kings to come back strongly in this game here. Width was offered, there was no turn, it was a quicker delivery, slided through the batter, and he sliced that straight into the hands of Kishore at point region. It's a good catch there by him. Got the length as well to play that shot. It was good length region, getting higher on him, just above the knee roll as he strikes it. Wicket number 2 goes down. 43 for 2. As captain makes it way back to the pavilion. Srinath Reddy has picked up 2 wickets, bowling his second over. Good delivery. Srinath Reddy is doing the trick here. He's doing what the captain has asked for. He's picked up 2 wickets in his second over. Looking for, in search for wickets here. That's the only way they can come back strongly in this game. Again, played uppishly past DJ at short cover. A single to get off the mark for Amrut and bring Suhas on strike. This is going to be interesting here. Suhas is not going to hold back if it's in his range. What is Srinath Reddy going to do here? Plays it uppishly. There's a fielder placed there. Just going to keep it down for a single. Good bowling from Srinath Reddy and a good shot from Suhas as well. There was no point of time that he looked to play that down the ground. Played it intentionally up and over for a single. Punches it down the ground. There's a fielder at long on and long off. They'll cut it off and keep it down to a single. Good field placing as well. And as the power play is complete, so the field can be spread. Dragon Warriors are not in a hurry here. Just 76 runs needed of 79. They can afford to take their time here. Oh, try to play that across the line. You can hear the fielders feeling that a couple of runs added to the total. And that brings us to the end of over number 7. 7 gone, 48 for 2.
We've got a game on the hands. 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗲𝗃𝗃 stock. What do you want, a biryani? Stock, 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗲𝗃, Instamart. I got 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗲𝗃. Stock is over. I think there's still a couple left. I was squeezing out every single time. I'm like, okay, after I place the order, again 2 minutes later. Good photo. Well,
Shreyas back into the attack. He will continue bowling from the pavilion end. Another attempted Yorker, which turned out to be a low full toss for the batter. Driven it down the ground from the bottom of the bat, but they'll still get that single. That's what they've got to do here. They've got to ensure that the runs keep ticking on the scoreboard. Don't need to take any risk here. It's not a big total that they're looking to chase down, but on the other hand, fielding team, they need wickets here. Another Yorker on that occasion. Squeeze that out for another single. The bowler is disappointed. It's a very good delivery. Ideally, would like to see mid-off up here to try and put pressure on the batter to go take a risk here. Feel this is a defensive ploy here. Drives beautifully past the fielder at short covers. 2 fielders are converging on it, and he had to put in the slide there. Cuts it down to just 2 runs. Very, very good piece of fielding. He's done a brilliant job there trying to cut that off from going for a boundary. And with that 50 up on the board here for Dragon Warriors. Drives 𝗵𝗡𝗆 into the hands and out of it. There was an opportunity created. It was a very good delivery from Shreyas. Fuller length, batsman trying to get over it. And hits it straight to the fielder. The captain, disappointed, disgruntled. Can't believe that he's put it down there. Just got wrong-footed, as you can see that in the replay. Didn't get into a good position. This time, short delivery. Fielder coming around it. Another brilliant piece of fielding. One-handed pick-up and a throw to the keeper's end. A couple of runs being added to the total here. Shreyas has got to check here. Short of good length delivery, got into a good position and pulled that well, Suhas. We've seen a majestic pull shot earlier today. Shows that how good he is with the back foot. How far has this gone? Catch it at the cries there. But I don't think he's going to go into hands. That goes away for a boundary. 1 bounce in the vacant region and it disappears for a boundary. That is a very good shot there. Got underneath it. The most important thing, he got the placement right there. And a much needed boundary for 𝘂𝗏. Got into the position. Played a very good shot. Wrist work at its best to position it wide of long gone, and he gets the boundary. That's the end of the over. 8 overs completed. Dragon Warriors are 59 for 2. Right then, start of the 9th over. Starts off with the dot ball here. Srinath Reddy bowling his 3rd over. Feel he's going to finish off his overs here. Try and get another breakthrough. Pushed it off the crease there. No footwork, but does the job. Gets the single, rotating the striker. That's what they need to be doing. Turn that around, past the fielder. Has it got enough bat on it? We'll wait and see as it goes for a boundary. Very smart shot, that one. Srinath Reddy drifting it towards the pad, towards the hips. And 𝘂𝗏 gets into a very good position, just nudges that past the fielder at short fine leg as that races away for a boundary. A very smart shot, earns him a boundary. As you can see, he planted his front foot, realized that the ball was heading towards his hips, just put a tap on that one, and rest is the umpire signaling it a boundary. Very good shot. Cut that away, cut that away. It's got the pace of the bowler, and that will race away for another boundary as well. Back-to-back boundaries here for 𝘂𝗏. Smart bit of batting here. He didn't try to overhit it, just got a little bit of bat on that one, and there's nobody who's going to stop that from going for a boundary. Very good batting from 𝘂𝗏. He's taking the game away from the opposition here with this innings. Srinath's 3rd over proving to be costly for him. I'll tell you what, he's not bowled loose deliveries. It's just been good batting here. Turned it around, wristy shot there. 2 is the call. Fielder sitting pretty at the boundary. Easy 2 runs here. Who's going to back up? The skipper's there. Smart batting, smart work from 𝘂𝗏. It's a very, very important innings here from him. He's anchoring this innings. He's taking the game away from the opposition here. Cut it away this time, past the fielder at the backward point. But there's a fielder out in the deep. Hesitation. They'll still manage to come back for the 2nd run. For a moment there, he hesitated, 𝘂𝗏. But eventually he went for the 2nd run, realizing that the throw is coming from far away at the boundary. And 2 runs to complete the over here. It's an expensive over that comes to an end. 9 overs completed. Score moving on to 72 for 2. There's one important thing that everybody needs to understand, that is that in the 2nd innings, the ball, as you can see, is coming on nicely onto the bat. Makes it easier for the batsmen to play their strokes here. A lot more easier than the beginning. A lot more easier than the 1st innings here. You could see, you could feel that the ball was stopping and coming for the batters in the beginning, in the first innings. But at the moment, it looks a very good batting track here.
Bro. When will Monday come, man?
Well, it's going to be DJ Deepak, who's brought himself into the attack here, trying to get a wicket here. Turn that around. There's a fielder in the deep. Easy pickings for a single here. Very good partnership in no time here by Amrut and Suhas. Suhas, the aggressor, of course, spent some time out there in the middle, but what a knock it is. 40 of just 22 deliveries, and he's looking strong out there. The job needs to be done. Oh, he's played it smartly. Trickled that around towards short fine leg region, and that goes away for a boundary as well. Welcome runs here, daring shot at this point of time, but he's executed that really well for a boundary.
Praveen. Praveen.
Fuller length delivery. Milking the runs now, making it look easy as he moves on to 45 now. Skipper desperately looking for a wicket here. Punches of the back foot this time. Single. As they're inching closer towards a win here. It's getting easier for them. 44 runs needed of 63 deliveries. Oh, down the leg side. There was an opportunity for the wicketkeeper there. There was a moment in the game that could have got them a breakthrough. But wide signaled by the umpire. Not easy for the wicketkeeper to go down the leg side and take it in a flash. Trying to turn that around. Opportunity for a run out. Oh, he needed a direct hit. Not going right for him here, DJ. There was an opportunity created. Very well fielded. He moved quickly towards the ball. Had only one stump to aim at, but couldn't manage to get the stumps. Another single here. They're milking the runs with ease here into this game. As we complete the halfway stage here, that brings us to the end of over number 10. The score moves on to 81-42. And he walked back and punched it with a lot of government and this is the boundary. With had no chance of winning. Shot that was finishing that shot there. Walk back, great position, great steady. And the flow of the bat after the shot was executed was beautiful. The finisher around had no chance. You see?
ठीक है सर ये साइड का ठीक है सर ठीक है
क्या लगा
one we'll finish it now. The final one we'll do it along with the other one.
And Amrit, what a partnership that was Amrit and Saras. Amrit scoring 27 and beating of 25 deliveries. We've got 2 awards to be given. Who scored 67 unbeaten runs with 41 deliveries with 9 boundaries, and also picking up a wicket here as they request the skipper of Team East to present the award to 𝗃𝗄𝗄𝗃. Let's ask the batting team, did you guys enjoy his innings? Absolutely brilliant. 𝗃𝗄𝗄𝗃, I'm going to steal your day here for a quick question to ask. What a knock that was, what an innings, a game-changing innings, taking your team through. How are the emotions right now? I understand the emotions that it's a third position game, but your knock, talk us through that. Had the pitch changed? What was going on in your mind? How did you want to play this innings? But you played a brilliant half century. Talk us through that. Well, you did an all-rounder's job here. Congratulations on being the player of the match. Once again, everybody put your hands together. Applause to us. Thank you so much, Raj. Thank you, DJ. Now, I would request the opposite team captain, Matan, to please come up here to present the next award. The next award is the Fighter of the Game Award, which will be given to the batsman who scored a half century today. In the first innings, 𝗀𝗏𝗏, 51 deliveries, 3 boundaries and a sixer. Very good knock to set up the team total. Well done, 𝗀𝗏𝗏. The Fighter of the Game Award goes to 𝗀𝗏𝗏. 𝗀𝗏𝗏, quick question to you as well. Tough conditions earlier on. Ball was not coming out of the back, but it's a superb innings from you. Talk us through that.
As the game went on, it felt a bit easy for them. Yeah, but well played.
Well, congratulations on your knock. It was very entertaining for all of us. Wish you all the very best. Thank you so much. Well, that's it from the presentation. We'll see you in the finale.